It is now 2020, and Smash Ultimate has already gotten a pretty good amount of new content over the past year ever since it was first released on December 7th, 2018. We have gotten Piranha Plant, Joker, Hero, Banjo, Terry, and Byleth on top of new features such as a video editor, the return of Stage Builder, online tourneys, other various features such as a VR function that no one really uses, but it's there, so it's cool and all, among other additions. Oh, and let me also not forget, Home Run Contest, which also is the best it's ever been. So there has been a lot happening with Smash Ultimate over the past year, but we are by no means over yet, as we have official confirmation that Smash Ultimate will be getting not one, but 2 more years of support, with the current Fighters Pass Volume 2 going until December 31st, 2021. Now, of course, the last DLC is going to release before then, probably in November 2021, but you get the point, right? That's 2 more years of official support in additions to this amazing game. So, that brings up a question. What else could they be adding? Because everyone and their mother has already done a video talking about Fighters Pass Volume 2 predictions and what they want to see. I'm not going to do that. One, because at the end of the day, I don't really care who gets in. I just want more characters. And second, because I'd probably just end up regurgitating one of the lists that everyone else has done to some extent. I have my personal picks. For example, I'd like to see Steve. I'd like to see Master Chief. But generally speaking, I just care about new characters, and I don't really care too much who they are. So today, we're not going to be talking about characters. We're going to be talking about new features, modes, among other things that I'd like to see added to the game. So, with that being said, let's get started. Now, this is a feature that at this point in the game's lifespan, most people probably would not care about, but it's something that feels really weird to not be in the game already, and that is 2-player co-op in World of Light. This is a feature that was in Subspace. This is a feature in every other single-player mode in the game, like Classic, Mob Smash, Home Run Contest, etc. And yet, it's not in the game, and I don't understand. The only reason I can think of for why it's not in the game is because you start off with just one character, that being Kirby. But in Subspace, you start off with just one character as well. Now, yes, you can pick between Kirby and Mario, but when you're playing with 2 players, if you pick Kirby, then you're both Kirby. It's not like one's Kirby and the other's Mario and you're fighting each other. No, it's not how it works. You're still on the same side and you're both the same character. Just do that with World of Light. Just make it so that at the very beginning, when you're Kirby, the other player is just yellow Kirby or whatever. Like, it's not that hard. I don't get why it's not in the game. At this point, I don't think it's going to be added because it's something that I think they would have added alongside the 4-player Spirit Battle, as well as the additional difficulty setting back in version 2.0. So considering that we still haven't gotten it since then, I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, is it the #1 thing I want to see added? No, hence why it's this low on the list, but something that if they did add tomorrow, or the day after, or 2 years from now, whenever, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, this right here is a feature that I know has been requested ever since the game was released, and there's good reason for it. 2-player co-op with friends was a really cool feature in Smash Wii U's Online, and something I definitely used quite a lot. However, it's not an Ultimate, and despite them even adding 2 battle arenas in 6.0, they mysteriously have never added this feature, and I genuinely have no idea why. Unlike with the World of Light co-op, that one I can think of reasons. With this one, I cannot think of a single one. Not one reason as to why this mode has not been added yet. And I think it's possible still. After all, as I just stated, they have added 2 battle arenas and updates before, most notably 6.0. But we're gonna have to wait and see on this one. I mean, I kind of feel like in one way that it's been a bit too long, but at the same time, hey, I think it's still possible, especially when they're going to be rolling out DLC as long as they are. They kind of need something to fill in between the gaps, right? But hey, we're just going to have to wait and see. But this is a feature I know me and many other people would love to see added back to the game. Next up is another addition to Battle Arenas, this time being Squad Strike. Now, unlike with 2-player co-op, this one does not surprise me in the slightest that it is not in the game, because this is Nintendo, and I love Nintendo, but it's no secret that one of their areas that they struggle in is online, and Smash Ultimate is a perfect example of that. We could talk all day about how the preferred rules don't work half the time. We could talk about just the general connection and stability and how wonky it is, how sometimes you can have a really good connection, and sometimes you can have a really bad connection. We could talk about that all day, but everyone's already talked about it, and there's nothing I can really add to the conversation that has not already been said. But Squad Strike, this is more just general, like, Nintendo kind of treating online as a side mode. And I mean, I don't think anyone's going to disagree with me that when it comes to Smash, online is not really their main place to be. It's not. Like even if it worked correctly, it still wouldn't, because it just doesn't have the feature set of local play. It doesn't have Squad Strike, it doesn't have Smashdown, it doesn't have Special Smash, it doesn't have Home Run Contest, it doesn't have Mob Smash, it doesn't have all that stuff. But, you know, it has the core Smash feature, which I guess is all that really matters for, I'm sure, a good amount of people. I'm sure there's people out there that don't really care for Squad Strike, and that's fine, but I think most people would agree that if we got to add one brand new feature to Battle Arenas, it needs to be Squad Strike. Heck, add it to Quick Play while you're at it, because Squad Strike is too good of a mode to keep locked away in the offline world. Come on, Nintendo. I know you can do it. You won't, but come on. This is a feature I know for a fact literally everyone in the Smash community would really appreciate. Next up is a stage hazard toggle on the stage selection screen, just like there currently is for both Battlefield and Omega forms. This would give you the ability to pick and choose what stages you do or do not want to have hazards on. For example, I'd want to play Mementos with hazards on, but play Woohoo Island and Pokemon Stadium 2 without them. Currently, the only way to do so is to back all the way out of the playlist and go into a different one that has hazards on or off, depending on which playlist I'm currently playing in. But it would be much more convenient and easy if there was just a hazard toggle right on the stage selection screen, just like there is right now for Battlefield and Omega. It would also be something that would benefit competitive play if they choose to adopt it, because as of right now, stages like Smashville, for example, the top platform that would normally move does not move with hazards off. And I know there's people out there that'd love to see it turned back on if there was an easy way to do so without having to back all the way out of a playlist. So, if this feature was added, it would benefit both casual players, like me, that would want to play certain stages with hazards on and others with hazards off. And it would also benefit competitive play because it means that if they want to play a stage like Smashville but actually have the platform move, they can do so while still playing stages like Kalos and Pokemon Stadium 2 with the hazards off. It's definitely a feature I think that would benefit everyone, and it's a feature that I feel like is an absolute no-brainer. And now enters probably the least likely thing to happen in this entire list, and that is big Battlefield forms for every stage. Now, why would I want this? Well, there are a couple reasons. One, we of course already had Omega forms in Smash 4. Now we have Battlefield forms in Ultimate. Why not just go ahead and complete the Trinity by adding big Battlefield forms? Big Battlefield is right there, and they already have the bottom platform at the same length as Big Battlefield, because for those of you who have never played Ultimate with more than 4 players, the way it works is if you play Final Destination or any of the Omega forms on 5 or more players, the stage will automatically expand to the length of Big Battlefield. So they already have like the length of Big Battlefield there for all the stages. All they have to do is just add the platforms, which of course they've already made because there's already Battlefield forms. So it would be something that I don't think would take that much time to make, and I think would be a really cool addition for 8-player Smash. But I will acknowledge is very much a niche feature that very few people would probably take advantage of, but it's one that I think would be really cool, but I am not expecting it to happen. That's why I say it's the least likely thing on this list, but hey, You never know. You never know. Maybe I'll get my wish, but I ain't betting on it. Last but not least, we have, of course, the one and only Break the Targets. This has been a staple mode that has been around since the original and has been present in some form in every installment since, except for Ultimate. Unlike both Stage Builder and Home Run Contest, two modes that were added later in updates and came back better than ever, Break the Targets is yet to reappear in Ultimate. Now yes, Sakurai did state that Home Run Contest was, quote, pretty much the last new mode, but knowing Sakurai, I'm not going to take that as 100% fact. Now to be fair, we have had two new big updates, both 6.0 and 7.0, since then, and we have yet to see any new mode appear. However, as stated previously, considering that Fighters Pass Volume 2 is going to be more spread out, they will have more time to work on other additions to the game, so I think at least one more new mode is still possible. And if they were going to add one more new mode, it would of course have to be Break the Targets. Now, which incarnation of Break the Targets would I like to see? Of course, and I think everyone will agree on me with this, the original 64 Melee style where everyone got their own unique stage. However, at this point, I'd settle for the Brawl version where it's a difficulty slider and there's like 5 different difficulties. Which, let's be real here, at this point, considering that there's 70 plus characters, that's what they'd probably do. But hey, at this point, I'd take that over nothing. So those were some of the new features that I like to see be added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate sometime in the future. Now of course, not even half of these are going to come true. That's just how it is. But hey, if I can at least get one of these, I'll definitely be happy. So, hey, what do you guys think? Do you want to see Break the Targets? Do you want to see Squad Strike Online? Was there a new mode or concept that I haven't talked about that you want to see added? Let me know down in the comments below. And with that being said, this is Logan589XP, and I will see you guys next time.